Welcome to another edition of the SVG News Sponsor Spotlight. I'm Jason Dackman, Editorial Director in the US for SVG. We are here today with Craig Dutra from G3DVu. He's VP of Testing and Operations. They're all about AR at G3DVu. Craig, thanks for taking the time today. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, and thanks for getting the name right.
Never
I know,
an
I
easy
know,
task.
I know it's a mouthful. So
Right. Well, I'm pretty proud to be able to get it. But you guys, as I mentioned, are focused on AR technology. You know, you serve the broadcast segment pretty heavily. You come with a lot of experience in this space. But for those that aren't familiar, tell us a little bit about the company and what you guys offer in terms of products and services.
sure. So G3DVu started about 5 years ago. We all have extensive backgrounds in what we used to call virtual graphics. Now we all call AR. We started with PVI back in, I think, the earliest. I think our CTO was in the mid '90s, I believe. He started
Yeah, sounds right.
working with PVI. Our CEO also, I think, 1999, and I started around 2004. Then we were internal to ESPN with some of their AR, and then G3DVu started about 5 years ago, focusing on sports broadcast. So the beautiful first down line, has been paying the bills for 20 years now. So,
Yeah.
and then also we work with MLB, PitchCast, StatCast.
Cool.
Yeah.
Excellent. So, I mean, tell us a little bit about how AR, you talked about it. AR has come a long way since those early
Sure.
virtual graphics days. What are some of the technologies, tools that are in your tool set that you can offer to people if they want to create those AR elements?
Sure. So yeah, our focus is strictly AR. So we don't do any score bugs, anything else. And with that, our main focus is the tracking. So we feel like our camera tracking is just best in class. Lately, what we've been doing a lot more is just handing off that model to our clients, whether it's ESPN Monday Night Football or Major League Baseball and some of their other vendors. So in addition to being able to render ourselves, we have a big push now of giving our super pixel level accurate tracking off to other renderers and render houses. And as you know, Unreal Engine is another one that's just huge. It feels like every other word out of someone's mouth now is Unreal Engine. So now we have an Unreal plugin to hand off our model as well. Let these companies that are just great renderers do what they're good at, and then we get to concentrate now on our tracking, our chroma key, etc.
Very cool. All right, great. And the technology, now that you're able to focus on it, is continuing to advance, right? So tell us, what are you guys working on to take it to the next level? What can we expect as fans? To be honest, expect more and more realistic, quality from these elements these days. So how are you guys improving them?
Sure. So yeah, our next big push is just moving camera, which AR on Skycam, et cetera, has been around for a while, and it's never really been there. It's never, there's always some movement. So really, that's our next big push. Whether it's a handheld Skycam, et cetera, we want to be able to put those AR elements on any camera, whether it's static or moving. And our other push is to just kind of make, we're coming up on, it's the Super Bowl week, and it's going to be a huge show, lots of AR. Of course, you can do that for the Super Bowl, but what we want to do though is kind of push it everywhere, right? So we want the smallest show on ESPN Plus to have some kind of AR element moving forward, other than just your standard, 1st and 10. And we've got 3 different system types. So we've got our encoder based, and then optical, either upstream or in your studio. And so we want to be able to do these more fancy graphics moving forward out of a studio, like I said. So whether it's an RSN or ESPN Plus, you can, get closer to that Super Bowl look.
Sure. Yeah.
So,
I mean, you're right. AR, for the most part, has been reserved for those high profile tentpole type properties, right? It's been budgetary restrictions, no question about it. But you guys are offering a bit of a more cost effective, user friendly type model so that it comes to the masses. Yeah.
exactly. And like I said, it's there's tiers. You get the sensor based pan head solution all the way down to a optical from the studio, and that's where we really want to start to push more and more fancy elements.
Very cool. Well, look, everybody's excited about AR these days. They become ubiquitous through those big broadcasts, and like you said, maybe we're going to see them a lot more on regional and lower tier sports properties. So definitely keep an eye on G3DVu. Craig, really appreciate you taking the time, and welcome to SVG.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Jason.
For more on G3DVu and other SVG sponsors, stay tuned to sportsvideo.org and check out our SVG YouTube channel.